After a 33-year absence, Morocco has rejoined the African Union. Morocco quit the bloc back in 1984 after Western Sahara, which it claims as its own territory, and admitted as a separate member. The move was announced on the final day of the African Union Leaders Summit. At that meeting, Chad's Foreign Minister Moussa Faki was also elected as the next head of the AU Commission. Adama Gaye is the chairman of the Newforce Africa, and he joins us now from Addis Ababa. Thank you for joining us here on TRT World. So I believe the 28th AU Summit has stood out not because of the newly elected head, rather Morocco rejoining the body after 33 years, despite the Western Sahara dispute. So how is that being received and how did it happen?
Oh, of course, this happened because Morocco had waged over the past 5 to 10 years, a very heavy diplomatic campaign led by its king, King Mohammed VI, in order to go across Africa, in many African sub-Saharan countries, in order to convince them that Morocco is an economic partner and a diplomatic partner. This all was geared towards getting back Morocco into the African Union as the leading continental body where African issues are debated. So this is the outcome of this effort led by the King of Morocco, King Mohammed VI. On the other hand, the appointment of the Foreign Minister of Chad, Moussa Faki, has been done because principally his country played a key role in fighting terrorism in places like Mali, against Boko Haram, and in helping many African countries. And the chairmanship of the African Union Heads of State was held by the President of Chad, Mr. Idriss Déby, that helped his country secure this post. Overall, these two things have been welcomed by the African community, but they signal that Morocco has become a power to take into account whenever you discuss African issues.
So has the African Union been successful so far, as some members are not a member of the International Criminal Court, and that's been a controversial issue? What would you say about the EU so far?
Of course, if you look at the African Union, since its inception in 2002, it's coming into existence in 2002 to replace the former Organization of the African Unity, which was created in 1963. If you look at the overall achievements, you may have the feeling that it has not been very effective because democracy is not always working in Africa, because the economic infrastructure that it promised into Africa have not been put in place, because you have governments not respecting constitutional rules, so on and so forth. But if you look at the other aspects, the fact that it has helped Africa get a new agenda, Agenda 2063, for the next 50 years to fight unconstitutional change of regime, to ensure that at least partners coming into Africa from Turkey to China, from European Union to other parts of the continent, sees it as the main entry point. I think this is a successful outcome. Additionally, this continent is becoming progressively the continent of the future. Everybody wants to be part of it, and that is also another reason for which one should consider the African Union as an institution that will become more and more powerful. And the mere fact that you see Morocco insisting after 32 years, 3 years to come back, is also another indication that Africa is becoming the continent on the rise. Because 33 years ago, Morocco wanted to see its future within Europe. It used to say that Europe and Morocco were only separated by 14 kilometers. Now this is gone. Morocco considers African Union and Africa as its destiny. And also, if you look around the city where this event is happening, Addis Ababa, everywhere you see new buildings, you see foreign partners, Chinese, etc. So I think this is a new day for Africa.
Yeah, thank you very much for joining us, Adama Gaye, here live from Addis Ababa.